So Duana Welch, Dr. Duana Welch, is a developmental psychologist and wrote a book, Love Factually, on the 10 steps from I wish to I do. We're having an event with Duana next Wednesday, a Q&A. I'm so excited. And so we asked the women in our community to let us know what they wanted Duana to answer for them. So kind of get an idea of what we're going to do. And I'm so excited that I'm going to get to meet you in person, Duana. I know we talked a lot on the phone.
It's going to be so much fun, and I'm looking forward to meeting these women you're telling me about. It just sounds great.
Thank you. So we've kind of talked to some women that are, I wouldn't say recently divorced, but, within a period of time, and 40s and 50s, and kind of trying to find that love again. And the same question keeps on coming up, which, I'm interested to see kind of what you say about this, but they want to know where to go to find a good man. That seems like a hard question to answer. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Well, yeah, because first of all, fortunately, there's not just one. But second of all, also fortunately, you only need one. So the question's well worded in the sense that where do you go to find a good man? So I remember years ago I was asking a woman from Alaska what it was like dating there, because there are more men than women in Alaska even now. And she said, well, we have a saying, the odds are good, but the goods are odd.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And obviously that's always stuck in my mind. Dating feels like that for everyone. No matter where you're from, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're meeting people, but the people you're meeting aren't a good fit. And so what really is happening is that as we go through our lives, we become more and more of who we are, and we also pick up more and more people in our baggage train as we go. Children, ex-husbands, in-laws that are no longer in-laws, but they're still the grandparents of our kids. And so now we're looking for someone who no longer just fits us when we're 16 to 30. We're now looking for someone who fits all these other people too. And that is a taller order. And so it's not really where you meet people, it's how you meet people. I will tell you, I really advise meeting people online.
Really?
I really do. There's research that shows that between, I think it was 2000 and 2008, and this was a well-conducted, scientifically conducted poll. This wasn't like I asked the first 30 people I met. So the odds that this survey is giving true answers are higher than 95% odds. So I would put money in the bank on this one. This survey, the Harris poll, found that between those years, a third of the people who got married someone they met online. But even more shocking, those people were slightly happier than people who met any other way. I mean, if you met in church, the online people were happier than you. If you met through friends and family, the online people were happier than you. So
wow.
It turns out that people tend to reveal more of who they are when they are getting to know you in a more anonymous format, and online lets you just jump over several hurdles that you can't talk this morning, that you can't jump over, say, at the grocery store. I might see somebody that I'm attracted to in the grocery store, but I don't know, is he attracted to me? Is he looking for a partner? Is he even single? I don't know any of those things. Online, all of those things should be cleared away instantly. Did he reach out to me? Well, he was attracted. If he thought I was hideous, he wouldn't be reaching out to me.
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of maybe right off the gate, you spend an hour and you understand, or maybe just even 15 minutes kind of corresponding with each other. He has children. What are some of his core values? Does he like to travel? Maybe you kind of cover some of that stuff very quickly and kind of decide if it's something that you want to move forward with.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much that you can do to bring closer the people that you want and to eliminate the people that aren't right for you very early in that process. There's really no need to spend months and years with people who aren't right for you anymore. But it's about knowing what to do once you've met them. And as far as meeting a good person, most people you're going to meet are actually good people. The question is, are they a fit for you?
Okay, I have a follow-up question to all of this. So Oh man, how do I even ask this? Okay, so I think there's there's this dichotomy of people kind of what I call coming in hot, which means like somebody's coming in kind of aggressively. They really, really like you, and they're just letting you know right away. And there's do you kind of agree with this kind of not game, but kind of maybe holding back your feelings and kind of allowing that to happen? Because do women typically like that, or maybe kind of more subdued for a period of time? Does this make any sense?
There are two kind of people who come on that strong, two kinds of men who come on that strong. I should be specific, and I should be even more specific. Two kinds of heterosexual men who come on hot. The first kind is the kind who really, really wants you and realizes you're it for him.
Okay.
And I'm married to that kind of guy.
He came in hot. He was like, "You're the one. I love you. You're beautiful."
I could tell he loved me before we even met. I'm very serious. I really could. Oh, no, I just said I really could, just like Catcher in the Rye. My kid and I have been reading Catcher in the Rye together, and now I sound like Holden Caulfield. Sorry about that. Anyway, then the other kind of person, heterosexual man, who comes on really hot is an abuser.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's what I have to say to you, women. If you're feeling in your gut that this person could be dangerous and you don't trust how hotly he is pursuing you yet, tell him that you appreciate that he really likes you, but that you're going to need to take things more slowly. Now, this is actually going to do a couple things for you. Thing number one, abusers and people with no self-control are going to leave you alone usually, which is what you want. Men who were lying and only want to get sexual access and don't really want a relationship, likewise, are going to leave you alone, which even if it hurts your feelings at the time it happens, is truly what you want to have happen. If you're in the market for something serious, jettisoning these men simply by putting the brakes on and going more slowly is your best friend. Benefit number 3 you're going to get is men who really, actually, truly love you become even more sure that they really, actually, truly love you. So I'm married to one of those men, but when he told me almost right away that he loved me, what I said to him was, as I'm getting to know you better, I'm seeing that could happen for me someday, but I got to tell you, I'm not there or even close to there right now. I mean, I just kindly, but I told him the truth. So I have clients, men and women, and a lot of women will try to preemptively end the relationship if the guy comes in hot and they're not ready yet. And what I tell them is, if you don't want to see the guy anymore because you're sure that he's not the one for you, then by all means, break it off. But if you're ending this because you're feeling some level of guilt or responsibility for his emotions and you're still not sure, then you need to just tell him that. If he loves you, or if he's trending that way, that's only going to raise your stock, frankly. If you understand male psychology, that's not going to hurt you at all. It's going to make you more desirable to men who are sincere about you. It will make you much less desirable to men who are playing you and trying to get quick sexual access, and that's what you want. You want to create tipping points in your relationship that bring men closer who are better for you and eliminate men who really were never going to make a commitment. Again, only if you're looking for commitment, obviously.
So how would you suggest somebody to voice that? Because if somebody I don't know, I think as a woman, I feel not confident in saying how I feel. I mean, I hate to say that, but if I feel like I could have a future with somebody, but they're coming in a little too strong and I want them around, but I want them to back off a little bit, how do I say that?
You could just say that. I mean, you really could. A man who loves you is going to be able to hear you, and we're talking about men who are coming in hot, not because they're just trying to play you, but because they really care. And if a guy doesn't really care, get rid of him.
Okay.
So you could say that, but what I said to Vic, and I'm not sure if this came over on the broadcast a few minutes ago, but I said to him that I thanked him for telling him that he loved me, but I said, I'm not there yet, and if I ever reach a conclusion that I'm never going to be there, I'll tell you. But I think I'm going to get there. I'm not there yet, and if you can be patient with me, then we'll just see how this goes. So I kind of gave myself the breathing room that I needed to evaluate whether I wanted him in the relationship, even though he was very sure that he wanted it. A lot of women that you know probably, certainly a lot of women I know, are currently married happily to men that they weren't sure about for quite a while early in the dating process. The guy was sure and she wasn't. I'll tell you, the opposite just doesn't happen. I never meet men who were like, I wasn't really attracted to her. I couldn't tell if I liked her or not. But she told me she loved me. She pursued me, and she won me over. That story, you don't see it in the movies, you don't see it in literature, and you don't see it in real life. With male clients, I tell them, if you're not attracted to her and you're not into her really quickly, just let it go. But I don't say that to women because we are frequently won over. We have evolved to strongly prefer signs that someone is not only able to provide for us, but willing, and willing means gives us early signs of commitment. So, women, we made men like this.
Okay.
Over eons of evolution, we created men to offer commitment sooner than we would, and that's not a bad thing.
So so maybe my theory is wrong on this, but my husband, I'm so passionately in love with him. Every time I see him, he gives me butterflies, and I just want to kiss his face. Physical touch and interaction is very important to me. Do you think that that's something that should be important to both people, kind of really being attracted to that person physically, or is it okay to really be more attracted to their personality and maybe that comes later? Is that sustainable?
It depends who you are. If you're male, you have to feel physical attraction immediately. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. That does not grow for men. It very frequently does grow for women. I have 2 clients right now. Actually, they're former clients because everything worked out. So they just kind of keep in touch by email. But I have 2 clients right now who are getting married to guys that the first many times they went out with the guys, they were writing to me between sessions saying, "Oh, Duana, do I have to go out with him again? I can't tell if I'm attracted to him. I don't think I'm attracted to him." And now they cannot keep their hands off this guy.
So what changed?
What changed is, just like I was telling you, women value commitment, and how better can a man show he's going to give it than persisting when you aren't sure about him?
Oh, wow. I like this. Okay. So I really like that. So men really need it up front, and women can eventually get there, by the way that they make them feel and the actions that they take, and if they kind of agree with our core values. So, this is so wonderful. I could just talk to you all day, Duana. I'm actually going to get to you next Wednesday.
And I will say this. If you think he smells bad or if you're physically repulsed, that's never going to work.
There are just some things that's probably not going to change. So,
yeah. What I always say to my clients is, so are you physically repulsed by him? And if the answer is yes, I'm like, never go out with them again. Just tell them that it's not a match. But if they say, well, I just don't know. I was hoping to feel that spark. You know how many people are single forever because they're waiting to feel a spark right away? Women? Don't wait to feel the spark right away. If you're not sure whether you're attracted to him, let him convince you. You'll eventually figure it out one way or the other, whether you're attracted to him.
Wow. Okay. I love it. And you know what? I have so many more questions to ask you. We're going to talk to you again on Monday and answer some more people's questions. I think I may ask you about how to break up with somebody. I think that's my next question. So we'll cover that next week when we talk to you. I cannot wait to hug you and meet you in person next Wednesday when we have our event on April 19th, Wednesday at Backstage. For women, you can ask Duana pretty much anything, and I guess she'll answer it if she can, or if she can. So I'm so grateful that you called in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Same here. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.